Okay. Alright, if you look real close, we got our 41 Willys. And what I'm doing, I'm putting the flush mount tail lights in. Now, the lens, if you look at the lens right there, you'll see how thick the lens is. Well, believe it or not, our fiberglass was that thick. You can see that I have thinned the fiberglass down. And what I had to do is take my grinding tool, okay, and I had to grind. You can see how I ground that down, all right? The difference in the colors, the lighter color is where I grinded it. And the same over here. This one here was really, really thicker than that other side. But that's a very, very thick body fiberglass car. And I really don't think this car is ever gonna fall apart. So we ground it down very thin. And we also took our time to find out where our points, see right there, where our corners ended up. So when we stick it in there, see, it won't have a rocking effect. Now if you look at it, you can see that the lens is overhanging the fiberglass, and we'll be able to sand that down and mold it. Yes, I do have a very big hole right there. I will be honest with you, I would rather cut these out by hand than use a hole saw. And the reason for that is I really actually do want I want a bigger hole than what the lens is, okay? Due to the fact that I'm gonna fill that in with glue, and it's gonna fill, and you see what I'm saying? Squeeze all through there and fill that up with glue, and it's gonna give it a nice secure tight. And then I wanna come back and grind it down. I can do my minor body work to it, and it'll never fall out. So, there you go. I do like the hole to be a little bigger than the lens, okay? So I don't use a hole saw. To be honest with you, I don't even own a fucking 4-inch hole saw. Do you know how much one of them motherfuckers are? Do you really think I'm gonna go buy a 4-inch hole saw when I don't even fucking put that many of these fucking things in, okay? Yeah, right. So there you go. What we're gonna do is we are gonna go ahead, we are gonna cover that lens with tape. This is the side of the lens. I don't care about this shiny part or right in here, because that's all got to be sanded down and grinded down to mold to the body. This side here has got to be, okay, don't get any glue on the inner side, the outside of that inner lens, okay, or whatever. And the reason is because that is the part, and I'm going to show you here, let me get this, get any glue on the back side of that lens. So what I do is I cover it with masking tape, and then I come back and I come back and cut it off, and then it's nice and clean, see? Now the reason you don't want to get glue on that is because if you look right here, this is our light, okay? Those are a bunch of LED, super bright LED lights. And what happens is that actually sits on top of those lights just like that, see? So if you were to get glue or any imperfection on that, what's going to happen is going to give it a dark spot in your lens, and it's going to look stupid. So remember that, before you glue your lens in, this is a 2-glue parting process. What we'll do is we'll glue our lens in first, just like so. Then we'll come back, once the lens is glued in, a day later, we'll come back and we put our LED lights, glue them on top of the lens once we pull the tape. The glue that I use for this process, and it really doesn't matter, always wear your safety gloves. You don't want to get that crappy glue on your... Ah, shit, look what happened. Go ahead and use it, no sense wasting it. Glue anything on, I go ahead and I get me a couple strips, like so, and I strip to the bottom of the body, because that's what's going to hold our lens in place, okay, while we're waiting around for the glue to dry. It takes about 30 to 40 minutes to actually let this set up where you don't have to worry about it falling off. Now, the glue that I use for this project, it's a 2-part, okay, you can see it better right here, okay, it's a 2-part epoxy glue, and it's very, very high tensile strength. Now that is such a strong glue, okay, that you can actually bond metal and fiberglass together, or metal and plastic. So we get our glue mixture going. Let me get the glue on there. I'm going to do it right in here, and then I'm going to show you what I got. Okay, what I did, I got to do this real fast. I put glue in all four corners. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my lens in there, and I'm going to find the spot where all the edges, okay, right there looks good. Then I'm going to take my tape, I'm going to tape that lens in there, see? Just like that. And we're not done yet, alright? We are not done yet. Okay, I think that'll stay on there. Now what we got to do with our glue, is we got to force the glue down around the edges, see? And sometimes I wait until that's actually real dry where I can push on it. And sometimes I don't. This has some big gaps around it, so we'll be alright. What I'm doing is I'm pushing the glue in there while I'm squeezing the trigger. I'm letting the gun do the work. It's pushing it in. Okay. But I'm not pushing on the lens. If that makes sense. Then I take a paint stick, just like so. I go ahead and break a little section off. Once again, I'm pushing it in, but I'm not pushing the lens. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay? Nice and neat. I don't care about the lens. The lens has to be sanded. The lens has to be ground down. The lens has to be molded. And the lens has to be polished back and clear coated over once the car is painted. Okay? Now, this will dry overnight. I have it taped on the inside here. Okay, it's nice and tight. That will dry overnight. I will come back in the morning and I will install, let me get that for you, install the lens itself. This is a special light. It's got 3 wires, yellow being the highest, red being the park lamp. This will be our brake lights, and the black will be the ground. It's easy, it's simple, and more than that, it's unique. Okay, it's different. It's you. It's saying, I stick out in the crowd. I like it. It's safety, okay? Let's be safety cautious here. Let's make sure everybody sees us so we don't get fucking rear-ended and fucking end up in a wreck over our $100,000 fucking car, okay? So, I'll go ahead and install that tomorrow. Let me get on the other lens over here. Let me do that, and I will see you later. This is Pete. Take it easy. I hope you're learning something. We've got to go. I'll be back and we'll see what it's going to look like after it's all sanded down. Always wear your safety gloves. If you notice, if I didn't have that glove on there, I'd have glue all over my hand. See you later. Bye.